Hello, Sharon from Be Divine Vintage. Hello to all my subscribers. Hello to anybody who's just tuning into my channel for the first time. I have done my 100 giveaway this morning, drawn that. If you've not seen, have a look and you can see who's won. I've just been restocking my Etsy shop, so I've got some things to show you there. I've just been to Hobbycraft, bought some new bits and bobs. I love this green velvet. I'm going to use that for wrapping part of my gift wrap on my presents, because then I'm going to make my own tags and Christmas cards this year using the, is it under here somewhere? Well, using the sort of printing on fabric method. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to decorate my own gift wrap, and I bought the green velvet to wrap help for the bows and ribbons. I've got some wax crayons today and some more wax, so I guess that means there'll be another wax video coming up, probably on Monday, because tomorrow we're at Christmas market and going out for a nice meal. So what have I got in my Etsy shop? Let's have a look. So the first item to show you today is this lovely altered file folder, which I have decoupaged, stamped and have stitched around the edge. And on the back it says handmade with love by Be Divine Vintage. And in here are lots and lots of vintage papers, except for a couple of sheets of paper which aren't vintage. The rest are vintage. So we've got some little pages. If possible, I try to leave them with the crease in the middle so they can be used as signatures. The bread dictionary, I thought they were lovely colours. This is really old. I think this goes back to the 50s, the Beetle game. There is a 1911 King Edward School, Birmingham Grammar School, Doris Sadler's report. How did Doris do? She did all right. Conduct very good. Progress satisfactory. Some papers from the boys' own papers, and as you can see here, it says January the 28th, 1888. So these are antique. These are in incredible condition for their age. You know, they feel like they could have just been printed yesterday. Some vintage pictures and more vintage papers. This is the only one that isn't vintage, from 2018, 2017 diary, but I just thought it was a nice. These are French papers. I'm not sure exactly how many there is in total, but on my Etsy it will say. My Etsy, by the way, is Be Divine Vintage, but I will put a link below. There is some vintage, or it could be antique, piano music. Some more piano or music paper. These are big ones. These, I think, the double A4. Is that A3? They're good, so but they could be used that way in a journal. And some more children's storybook papers. So I have a number of these. So each one will be slightly different. They'll have the same numbers of papers and things in, same concept on this decoration. So that's the first item to show you today. The second item is this pack of lovely colours of papers. These are more contemporary. Some part of a world map. My favourite, these manila tags. There's some smaller ones and larger ones. I love the strengtheners on those doilies. And this is a copy of a Victorian little satirical medical advertisement, actually, for filtering water. Considering I was reading this morning the Victorians were some of the dirtiest people alive with the great stink and what have you. I'm amazed they're doing hygiene products. Some serviettes, another carbolic smoke ball. Maybe this is why the aristocracy was so obsessed, because of the great stink. So this asthma, bronchitis, catarrh, colds, hay fever, influenza, neuralgia in the nursery, sore throat, throat deafness, chafed skin, polypus. These are those are reproductions of originals. There's some papers in here, crafting papers, scrapbook papers. I picked all these colours so they all go nicely together. Butterflies, oh, roses, and then just a little selection of papers. So that's another set. That's a one-off set as well. This little set, I love this little set. I think there's 3 of these. There is, let's just move these. I did some copies of some lovely vintage magazines. Look at those, little babies in the warm flannelette. Little nightgowns, blankets and quilts, some children's thrifty corduroys, pyjamas. These are like, I don't know if it's from like a clothes catalogue. There's some wax paper. This is vintage graph paper and a copy of some other vintage. It's a vintage box, but I like the paper. So you get that. You get a brown envelope like this, and in there is a couple of paper dolls with some clothes. They're sitting in there. There is time cards. This doily. People ask me how I printed on this doily. I didn't. I bought the doilies already printed on. Well, that's how they were at the shop. In this red cabbage stained vintage linen envelope are some little vintage bits and bobs and a Project Life card. There in there. This is a great little journal starter pack, really, to start your ephemera and things off. And this glassine bag, which is fastened by this beautiful stick pin, is full of vintage stamps, some lovely vintage beads, glass beads, buttons, some paper clips, little I can't remember what they're called, charms. There's a rusted safety pin. So just all sorts of little bits. That'll really get you going. There's a vintage button there as well. So that's a nice little set. Like I say, the links to all these will be below. Ooh, they're going to want to roll off there. Stop them. Right, then the latest thing that I've been doing, I did a recording on it the other day, are these fabric, printed on fabric. So they're these postcard and tag sets. So there is a envelope which I've cut out and stitched, and it's on printed onto white cotton. And there is a postcard which fits inside there. On the back of the postcard there is a copy of an old postcard back, but I put some gesso on there so we can write on it. There's a journaling card with gesso again, And here is a little tag, which I've stuck a little tiny robin tag on there, gessoed on there again. So I've put that in my Etsy. And then here I've done some of the vintage postcards, but I haven't done the back. It's just the fronts. There's that one. There's a New Year one. There's a back of a postcard there. And this one is a vintage photograph. But actually you could use some of this back on, perhaps on that one, you know, to make that one as a postcard. There is also a envelope. Oh, I just need to, oh, I haven't even stuck that down. I need to do that. Or I haven't, oh no, I've not stuck it down on purpose. I've not, so it is an envelope for you to stick down. You might want to trim around the edge. It's just stuck because it had some a bit of gesso on it. So there is an envelope template. And there, I've got it mixed up with this envelope in here. So that's an envelope sort of template for you to stitch, to do whatever. But here is a completed postcard. This is a happy birthday postcard, again with gesso on the back. And it's a copy of a very old postcard. There is some coffee dyed fabric for you to finish off your postcards. So if you wanted to convert this into one of these, there is some coffee dyed fabric there. And also there is some wadding. I got told off for calling it batting. I was corrected and told that in the UK it's wadding, not batting. Batting is the American name. So that is that one. That's one little set. I have this little set. Oops. So in here is the envelope, and there's the journaling card. There's a little girl saying her prayers, little tag, and a little seaside, British seaside postcard. And on the back of that, I've stamped a postcard using this stamp. I'm not quite sure where I got that from. I've had that for a little bit. So that's another set. There is this set. And in here, there's an envelope, which is all stitched around with a fairy. This is from My Porch Prints Fairy Woods, gessoed on the back. There's a fairy. There's a fairy with a mushroom, journaling card, gessoed to write on, and then a Best Wishes vintage postcard with the postcard back on. And those all come in this envelope. And then, yes, I have managed to source tea bag paper. I know so many people have contacted me after my really successful printing on tea bag paper video, which I will link below. However, got it. This has took some sourcing, I can tell you that. So here you get 2 meters. It's folded in half here. 2 meters, which is, what will that be? So 3 feet in a meter approximately. So about 6 feet of tea bag paper by a little over 12 inches, 30 centimeters that way. Look at that, ready for you to print on, for you to I've got other techniques that I use with tea bag paper. I'll have to do some recordings on. You could use it for in collage. I've used it if my paper's been a bit too bright for me. I put that over the top, and once it goes clear, it just calms the picture down. So yeah, so I've got about 20 of those for now. We'll see how they go. If I need to get some more, I know where to go. So that is very exciting. So that's it for now. Please subscribe. Tomorrow I'm going to be doing a little more series on my wax and show you what I am up to creativity wise. I will see you, not tomorrow, sorry, Monday.